Well, hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dee, and a while ago, I was watching somebody I love watching on YouTube, and of course I can't remember who it was because this has been a little while ago, but whoever it was talking about videos of theirs on their channel that had been watched like more often than some of the other ones. So I got to thinking, okay, what about my channel? What technique, what video was watched the most? And the one that I discovered was watched the most was my double embossing video. And that was done in the summer about 6 months ago, according to YouTube. And so that's what we're going to revisit today to try some different embossing folders than I used the first time and different colored paper, cardstock, I should say. And so anyway, I thought we'd give this a shot and see what happens. Okay, now in front of me, I have a stack, just as this is a partial stack, believe it or not, of my embossing folders. And I have them in 3 different piles because we're going to go through the process about double embossing and explain why these are in the piles that they're in. Okay, excuse me. So the thing about double embossing is that when you emboss the first time, it should be like a more subtle pattern, and that's what is in this stack. Okay, this happens to be a Spellbinders one. I threw away the packaging because, you know, that's what I did back then before I started my channel with card making. And so this is a subtle pattern. This is another one. You might not think it would be subtle, but it will work for the technique. So this is like a wood grain embossing folder. Here's another one by Anna Griffin through Cuttlebug, and this is like just like lace, a lace texture. So, and here's another one that's tiles and from Altenew. I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you get the idea. These are like subtle background ones, and if you can tell, I love florals, and so oh, and I love music, so I have a couple of musical ones, and I love nature, so we've got some more trees. So that is what this stack is about. So double embossing, this is the first time you go through the embossing machine. Now, in this stack, I have what we would use for the second layer. And the second layer is more dramatic, and it's best to not have it cover the whole piece of cardstock. Okay, so, or have sections of it. If it does cover, the design does cover the whole cardstock, then the background of the first level should be able to peek through. Okay, now this one I actually tried, and I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. Let me see if I can get it up to the camera. I kind of turn my light away so that it wouldn't be so shiny on the table, but maybe I need to bring it in just a little. Hang on. Let's see, can we see a little better? So these little tiny dots, that was all part of the first level. The big rectangles and squares is, of course, this one, and that was the second level. So you can still see the background layer in amongst the more dramatic layer. So that's one I did. And then we have some more here. I'm not going to go through all of them, I promise. So we've got some big florals, like lots of florals, okay? Because like I said, I love that. And of course we have different sizes. So these would work for that second layer. And so I'm going to set these aside. And over here. Okay, now this stack is in a different pile by itself, because even though these look dramatic or not big enough, they cover too much surface area. So like on this one, you have all these florals that are here, and I think by the time you use the base level that's more subtle, and then you do this one for the second layer of embossing, it would just drown out the first layer. So that's what this pile is about, because it's just, and this is another one that I thought was kind of cool. It's great for, I think, for masculine cards, and has all these gears and wheels and stuff. But again, it's just too overwhelming for the process. Now this one I kind of debated about. This is obviously a butterfly one, and I thought it could go either way, but I thought maybe it would just be a little bit too overwhelming. And this was another one. Actually, this is kind of a combination of the two, isn't it? This would be more subtle, this would be more dramatic, and so I thought, I don't think that would work. And this is another one I love. It's like a daisy design, and same thing. It would just cover up the first layer of embossing too much. And if you lose it, then what's the point? Okay, so let me set these off to the side here. Now, so here we have our first level, and here we have our second level of embossing folders that we would use. Now, I have some over here that, well, this is one that I really like, that was the dotted one. It's in this really cool geometric design and with these little dots. So anyway, we are going to try this now. So I'm going to pause the video and get my stuff together in front of you, and we'll continue. Hang on. Okay, I am back, guys. I off camera cut up, should say, into pieces, a large piece of 12 by 12 green cardstock, and I'm going to show you this paper pack that it came from. I don't know if I can get it in shot here. This is by Colorbach. It's called Spray Paint Cardstock, and has these beautiful designs that are in here. So I thought I would try a green color, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay. So I've got, and I also have a white piece of cardstock that we can also try. So I'm just going to choose maybe one or maybe two. I haven't decided yet because I'm kind of going on the fly. We'll choose one color cardstock for sure, and maybe the white one. Okay. So by the way, I want to show you, before I get started, I do want to show you a couple other ones that I did besides this one. So I'll set that aside. This is another one I did. This is the background that was kind of a, oh, I don't know what you call that design. It's kind of a, I want to say brick-like, but it's not really brick. It kind of reminded me of like something you see on a stone wall or something like that. And then I have this cool embossing folder that is basically covering the outline of the design, and then you have a little spot where you could either write a message, put something in there, but here we can see the subtle first layer of the embossing. Cool. Okay, now we have to decide what is the first layer of embossing folder going to be. So I think I will, whoops, I think I will try this one. This is the wood grain one. And let's see, I'll try this one. Now, I'm going to give you a tip. When you are embossing, a lot of times you want to spray the piece of cardstock with a little water, because that helps prevent any possible cracking that can happen when you run the embossing folder through the machine. And here's my Sizzix Big Shot. It does embossing, it does die cutting, that kind of stuff. So, okay, so here's my spray bottle. I'm just going to put this inside the embossing folder, and I'm going to give it a little spritz. That's just really all you need. And line it up as evenly as I can. Now, one thing I didn't do, and I've done this for some of my embossing folders as I've used them, but I kind of thought this idea way too late. I think I saw somebody else on YouTube do this, so that gave me the idea. But like, for example, on this one, this gives the order of, because each, sorry to interrupt myself, each embossing folder can present a different, what we call sandwich in embossing. So sandwich is just the layers that are in the machine when you put it through. So like from the bottom up, I would do my blue platform right here. I would do my embossing folder with my cardstock inside, and I would do, here we go, one plate. Okay? And so I haven't done this one, so we are just going to experiment a little. This is, I think, a 3D embossing folder, so it's going to be probably necessary to go back to maybe this one, this gray plate here. So let's just try it. If it doesn't work, I can adjust. So I'm going to put my embossing folder down, and then I have these silicone mats. Okay, obviously one's gray, one's tan. This came in a set of 2, and so they just help add layer without being too rigid, so that it will help the machine go through. Okay, I think you'll see what I mean here. Now, I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna try both of these and see what happens. And if it's too tight, I will stop and readjust. Okay. Oh, this is doing nothing. This is doing nothing, I can tell. Okay, so let's readjust. I am going to add this layer now. This is the orange layer. See what happens. And I'll do the rest the same. You really just have to experiment, guys, because not all... Oh, that's a little too light too. If it goes in so easily, then it's not the right sandwich, okay? Now, I'm going to try this one, the blue platform. Now I may have to adjust again because it might be too thick. Let's just see. Oh, yep, too thick. Okay, let's take off the tan one and let's try to run it through. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is much better. Okay, now this little guy tends to kind of not work as all the way through, but if I take this out, oof, then it will come out. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this little guy here. Ooh, nice. What do you think? I could have used brown cardstock. That would have been even better, but we're going to stick with this. Now, this card is going to be a thank you card, or I should say, this is not a card. This is a card panel. This card panel is going to go on a thank you card. And so I'm trying to think about who I'm giving it to and what they like, and adjust what I use for the embossing folder, okay? So I am going to figure out what I want to try. How about if we try this one, okay? This is, I don't know what design. Oh, this is called Eleanor Lace, okay? So I'm going to get it in here. I think I'll just give it one little spritz again, just to be on the safe side. Now this will require a different sandwich because obviously this embossing folder is much thicker than this one. So we are going to experiment with the sandwich because again, I haven't used this one for a while and I didn't keep track of what I did. So we just have to experiment. Okay, so I'm going to set this down. I'm going to add just a plate now. and see what happens. If it goes through too easily, I'll start adding things. Oh yeah, way too easy. And this is what you have to do when you're trying something either for the first time or for the first time in a long time. Okay? So I'm gonna put the plate back on and then put the gray mat on, and we'll go through. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is much better. Okay. Nice. Okay. This little guy is getting wrinkled inside machine. That's not happened before. Okay. Let's get a little. There we go. Okay, now we'll set that aside. Now, are you ready for the reveal? I am. Whoop. Come on. Ooh. Now, I will say that this design, this Eleanor Lace one, might have been too overwhelming. Because I really can't see, well, I can barely see if I really concentrate, but it's just not the best combination. So I would say this would not work for the second level. So live and learn. You just don't know till you try. And so we're going to set this aside because I do want to try it with something that actually works. So I'm going to go back to the wood grain one because I do think it's pretty cool. And a little spritz. Now, let's see if I remember what the combination was. I think it was the blue platform and the embossing folder and the gray mat. I think that's the way it was. So let's see. It seems like I'm going to go a little slower. Maybe the gray mat won't. Oh, maybe I'll just pull it out a little bit. Because I hate to get it all. Oh, there we go. That was the thing to do. Okay. Oof. I like that. That is cool. Okay, now for a different layer, I'm going to have another little look and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm going to choose this embossing folder as my second layer. And obviously it's a tree with some florals on it. So let's put this little guy in here. And it's still slightly damp, so I'm not going to worry about spritzing it again with water. Now, I'm going to try this sandwich like I did before. So just the blue platform, the embossing folder, and the first plate. Oh, that's way too easy. Okay. You know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try putting that mat underneath the plate and see what happens. Oh, yeah. And that is keeping the mat from getting all tangled up in there. Oh, but look how dirty it got from the plate. Oh, well. Not a big deal. I'll just rinse it under the sink. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh my goodness. Look at that. I hope the camera's picking this up. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. Oh, I love it. Okay. I need to stop exclaiming that I love it, because obviously you know that I love it now. Okay, now we are going to pause, and I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. I have my A2 card base, and just with white hammer mill cardstock. It's not as heavyweight as I have used for years, and I kind of like that because by the time I add layers and such, it will kind of make it feel heavier weight, and I won't have to worry about it being too heavy for putting in the mail. Okay, now, first of all, we are going to glue this panel. Oh, by the way, for those of you who have watched me for a while, you know I've used the Barely Arts glitter glue, no, the art glitter glue or the Barely Arts glue. Well, I bought a big little bottle of the art glitter glue, and it's the top has gotten clogged, even though I've been pretty careful about getting the pin stuck inside to keep it from drying out. And I've soaked the top part of the nozzle 2 different times, and it's not coming out. So I don't know what the deal is. So what I did was I used my little disposable glue bottles, filled that, and now I'm going to use this for a while because I was just so disappointed. Okay, so let's get this glued. Now, one thing, if you're not familiar, I'm going to go just do a little hint here. When you have textured cardstock, textured paper, it doesn't hold the glue as well as if it's totally flat like this. That will hold the glue a little more easily, so you have to add just a little bit extra. I'm not talking go crazy. I'm just talking, just add a little extra than you would. Okay. Now let's get this centered. And that could have been a little bit better center, but I'm not going to worry about it. As Kurt's grandma used to say, and I've said this before, it'll never be noticed on a galloping horse. Okay, I love that texture. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, because this is a thank you card, I have already a sentiment that I stamped and cut. Your kindness is radiant. And then I have this little scrap of really lightweight paper. It's not cardstock, it's just a layering weight of paper. And I know it's a floral, and by the time I put this on here as a top layer, it's not going to be as evident that it's a floral, but the greens kind of go, so it'll be what I use. And I love using scraps. If you're new here, welcome, by the way. I love using up scraps. Actually, I never use them up. I just never do, because I'm always making more, cutting more cardstock. And so that's just the nature of card making. And I'm not into throwing away what I could use. So I'm going to add some glue now on the back here. And we'll put this on here. Now, I don't want to cover up a lot of the tree, so I'm going to keep it down here. And then the tree will be easily visible still. And the cute little flowers that have fallen onto the ground. Okay, guys, let me close this up here. And let's take another look again. Oh, I like this. I like this. It's just a simple thank you card. It really is. I have one more thing to do. And if you are new here, whoop, sorry about that. If you're new here, I have this stamp that's called Handcrafted with Love by, and then leave a space for my name to write my name on there, showing that I made the card. So, and this is an old ink pad that's really not good for anything else, because it's kind of dry. So I just use it for this and hope and pray that it will it will stamp well enough. And I always keep this stamp on this little block. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, maybe not quite as straight as it could be, but it's okay. All right, so here you go, guys. This is a thank you card using the double embossing method. I hope you guys give this a try. It is so fun, and you can just think of all these different combinations. Think about the embossing folders you have, and think about what you can do with them. So as I'm filming this, it is New Year's Eve day, and I just want to wish you all a wonderful, blessed New Year, and I just pray God's blessings on you, and have a great day and a great year, and talk to you later, guys. Oh, I want to say this. If you like this video, please like it. If you would love to comment, I'd love to respond back to you. If you would share this video with a friend, I'd love that too. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? It's totally free. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.